Welcome to Birdland. We're so happy you're here. I'm so happy these guys all showed up. You never know with 11 people, but they are all here. We're the Nighthawks, playing music of the 1920s and 30s, and I'm your leader until the better leader comes down the stairs. I'm Vince Giordano. I'll accept that. And we opened up with a little attention-getting tune written by Jimmy McHugh. The fellow wrote Sunny Side of the Street and so many other great tunes with Dorothy Fields. It's called the Universal Pictures Fanfare. And we haven't worked for Universal Pictures, not yet, but in case someone's out there, we're available. And we like to play it because our wonderful percussionist brings all this stuff on the bus. And amazing man. He leaves his house at 6 a.m. in the morning. He just got in. But he played a nice timpani solo. Let's have a big hand for Douglas Mariner. Douglas Mariner. Yowza. And then we segued into a tune that both Fletcher Henderson and a bunch of bands up in Harlem used to play called Wild Party. And that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to have a wild party. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, wild party, right. And we got Sam Chess there on the trombone, young Sam Chess. Nice. And Mark Lopman on the tenor. A little bit of Colin Brickstock there on the trumpet. There you go. Right. Well, speaking of Harlem, one of the great Harlem bands, not too well remembered today, but we like to try to keep his memory alive. A fellow named Cliff Jackson. Cliff Jackson, wonderful, real tricky stride piano player. He was married to Maxine Sullivan for many years, wonderful singer. And he wrote this great tune that, very interesting tune, and we could have opened up, but we give the other one. So this is secondary in trying to get your attention, and it's a tune I always like to dedicate to my ex-wife. It's called "The Terror." 1, 2, 1, 2. On the trombone and Mark Lopman on the tenor sax, and we get to introduce our wonderful pianist. I can't see him, but I know he's there. I hope he stands up. And that's Peter Yaron. Peter Yaron. Yes, all right. Look at that, Peter. Everybody loves you. Isn't that great? Don't ask for a raise. But anyway, and featured on another wacky instrument, he's going to be playing this a few times tonight, is a set of cymbals that drummers played for about a year and a half back in the 1920s, called the Bach or a Bach cymbals. And I'm not lying to you. It's really true. And they got a little hot effects on it, and it's one of the smaller things that Douglas carries. He doesn't have to worry. He puts it in his vest pocket, and the people on the bus don't even know he's got it. Show him the Bach or Bach cymbals. Yeah, that's it. Oh, we didn't get the spotlight on it, but we'll get it for the next time. Here's a tune that was written by Papa Charlie Jackson. Papa Charlie Jackson, a 6-string banjo player from New Orleans, and he came north and he had this great tune, and he introduced it to a music publisher and said, we'll take it, and that was great. Abe Lyman recorded it, the California Rams recorded it, and we recorded it for Boardwalk Empire, and it's a little bit of calisthenics for the guys, and here it is, it's something called Shake That Thing. 2, 1, 2. in Georgia, there's a dance that's new. Ain't nothing to it, it's easy to do. Called shake that thing. Oh, shake that thing. I'm getting sick and tired of telling you to shake that thing. Man, it ain't no Charleston, no pigeon wing. It's easy to do. Called shake that thing. Oh, shake that thing. Ah, shake that thing. I'm getting sick and tired of telling you to shake that thing. Shake it, boys. Nice, alrighty. Yeah. Shake that thing. By Papa Charlie Jackson. You know, we used to have the Nighthawk Health Club that all the guys were members, but I had to shut it down, and the guys weren't showing up. So that's why I put those numbers in there, so the guys do a little choreography there and get a little of those, no strain, no pain. We had two great soloists on there, and a gentleman who's been with us for many, many years. Both of them have been with us for many, many years. And our first is our trumpet player named John Eric Kelso. Yeah. And he's been leading a band for about 15 years now on Sunday nights at a place called The Ear. I'm doing like a Carol Burnett here because I really am saying, he said, did he really say ear? Yes, he really did. And it's a great little nighttime, Sunday night thing to do. And it's went over so well that people have been going that he decided to do something special. And I'll let him do the announcement here on the Nighthawk Shopping Network channel.
We finally have a live at the irregular CD, and it just happens to be available in the back next to the Vince Giordano CD.
All right, there you go. Okay. And continuing along on the Nighthawk Shopping Network channel, another gentleman who played a great solo there, that's Dan Levinson. Yeah. And Dan Levinson's got something to report too, I'm told.
Well, actually, it's not mine, it's our CD.
Yes.
And LP. Vinyl.
An LP? Wow.
What I like about vinyl most is the expense and the inconvenience. It's really cool to have the big artwork here. We've got a tribute to the great Chicago jazz musicians of the 1920s, by Giordano, legendary record producer. And this one, tribute to Fish Fighter back recorded. This one was recorded 20 years ago, this one 30 years ago, but it's taken a while. Vinyl pressing plants are finally have them, and they're out, they're available, and John's CD.
Thank you.
And Vince's CD, and John is on it.
Yes.
Vince is on it.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Dan. How about Dan Levinson here? My goodness. Time is up. All right, guys, we're going to switch over to 560, and today was a kind of a rough day bringing all our stuff in, and I'm sure some of you folks experienced some of the wonderful weather here in New York, but here's a tune written by the great Johnny Green, and it's probably one that you haven't heard unless you've come to see us, because it's rather obscure. Johnny Green. Johnny Green, of course, I cover The Waterfront, Out of Nowhere, Body and Soul, Coquette, and many, many others. Here's one very apropos for today. It's called Rain, Rain, Go Away. 1, 2, 1, 2. Rain, rain, go away, come again some other day. Let the moon come out to play tonight. Now rain, rain, go away, though you took that sun away, don't you take my fun away tonight. If I were you, I'd want a sweet romance. If I were you, I'd give the guy a chance. 'Cause rain, rain, go away, on a sun beat stowaway, Make a lover's holiday tonight. Till ready. Stops by the time we get out of here. I mean, you and I practically had a swim here tonight, you know, and that was okay. I like swimming, but I like swimming with women. But anyway, that's another song. That's a real song from the 19-teens. All right, well, that's kind of a fun song. We're going to get a little serious here and play one of the great masterpieces of Louis Armstrong jazz. It's a tune called the West End Blues. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but West End Blues is a tune written by Louis Armstrong's musical father, his teacher. This fellow named Joe Oliver, also known as King Oliver, got him to leave New Orleans, join his band, and got him on his way. And Louis was always so very thankful for that. So when he had a recording date, he says, "I'm going to do one of Joe's tunes, the West End Blues." And we always like to mention in that same sentence, if you haven't been to the Louis Armstrong Museum in Queens, you should. I used to have some more of these flyers. Has anybody been there so far? Okay, that's one or two woos. That's good. I'll take it. And we all have been there, and either as playing gigs there or just there as a tourist. It's a very moving experience. I know both our trumpet players have been there and have brought their mouthpieces, and they actually were able to blow on Louis's beautiful golden trumpet. And here's John Kelso to show you a little bit of that magic that happened back in 1928 with the West End Blues. How about those clarinets? Why they do that? Why they do that? Who that? That's Peter Yarn playing Father Heinz's solo. All right, John. John Kelso. You rascal, you. And that's Sam Chess on his beautiful trombone. How about those clarinets? Did you see that? Yeah, the clarinet megaphones, yes. Yes. Our clarinet section recently kind of were saddened by the closing of the Sam Ash Music Store, and they all tried to go down there and save it by selling the clarinet megaphones, and they weren't interested. So we tried anyway. And then we had a wonderful piano solo by what I consider the first modern jazz pianist in the 1920s, a guy named Earl Father Hines. And he couldn't make it tonight. So Peter Yarn filled in, and how about a nice hand for Peter Yarn? Nice. And while we got the spotlight going, maybe now you use more of those Bach or Bach cymbals. Show the folks again the Bach or Bach cymbal, just in case. There you go, that's good. You can never get enough Bach or Bach. It's sort of like ice cream, you know? There you go, okay. Let's play a little fun pop tune from the 1928 period. It's something called The Third Rail. And very strange tune, very modern in its very time, written by a saxophone player. What's with you saxophone guys? Yeah. His name is Vern DeMars. I have no idea what happened to Vern DeMars. Probably wrote this tune and went out of business. But anyway, so not only you guys were playing the clarinet megaphones, but on the two other numbers, you also were playing your soprano saxophone. Show the folks those soprano saxophones there. There they are. Very rare to have three of them all in one band. Usually we just talk about like Kenny G, you know. And he used to come sit in with us when he was a lot younger and he was not as famous, but he doesn't come anymore. So I got my own trio here, Kenny, X, Y, and Z. Here's Third Rail. 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. a few extra notes on that one. All right, third rail. We're probably one of the few bands playing that song on West 44th Street tonight. All right, well, anyway, we're going to make a little change up here in the program, and there were so many great talents here in New York, as there's so many great talents here in New York, and one artist was really one of the great pianists and interpreters of American popular song, and when you came to New York, you always went to see this gentleman because he was called an American Cafe Society pianist, and all the showbiz people and fans from all over the world. He made many records, and he was also dubbed the Art Tatum of Park Avenue. He backed up Greta Keller, Mabel Mercer, and Lee Wiley, and they had long residencies here in New York. His bio goes on forever. He was really one of the greats, and at the Drake Hotel and many other great society places. It was a place to be and all that. And one of the folks that he ran into was mutual admiration society, a fellow named Fred Astaire. And Fred Astaire, who had started in show business, playing on the stage with his sister, and going to England, playing there, and coming to the States and being on stage and doing movies and radio and you name it. At this point in his life, in about 1947 or so, he decided, well, I think I want to slow down a little bit and maybe open up a dance studio. And his studios are still around, the Fred Astaire dance studios, and you can take lessons. Fred's not going to be there, though. He doesn't want to do the lessons. Anyway, I'm joking. So Sai Walter, who was mostly known for great interpretations of composer's work, he decided to write a tune. And as his son called it, it's sort of a mixture of a foxtrot and a swing trot, it's like that. And we're so happy to have his son, who's carrying on his legacy and always coming up with new Sai Walter things, and is sitting with us tonight. Maybe he'll stand up. Mr. Mark Walter. Mark Walter? Yes. There you are. Good. All right. So here's this tune called The Astaire, and we're going to play it for you. And, yeah, nice groove. Swing there. So do like, take the second ending, guys. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's see here. We get so many requests here. You know, one of our things is we take requests, but we don't do them. But sometimes I make an exception. And let's see now. No, that's not the one. Holy moly! I got so many requests here. You know how many trees died for this band? I have right here. All right, here it is. Oh, here we go. Speaking of England, there was a wonderful star named Jessie Matthews. Very beautiful lady, a British lady. She appeared on the British stage. She also made some films, and one that we got a request to do is a Rodgers and Hart tune. Rodgers and Hart went over to England for a while, and they wrote for this wonderful show called Evergreen. Do you know the name Jessie Matthews? No? Okay, you know it. Okay, great. Our drummer, by the way, is Douglas Mariner, who's from England, and I always like to embarrass him by talking about his grandfather. His grandfather was one of the great conductors of all time. So many of classical recordings that I've heard on WQXR, and when I hear who's conducting, I said, "Oh, this is going to be a good one." And his grandfather was Sir Neville Mariner, and that's there he is there playing drums for us right now. All right. So let's play this tune for it. We had a request to do this last week, but we ran out of time. And I think the people came back. Maybe here's some brass parts. And it's called Dancing on the Ceiling. And here's a fourth saxophone. We'll put them all together. Ready? Oh, nice. All right. Let's see. I got piano. Nice, good. Bass, that's me. And yeah, Jessie Matthews was fantastic. She was very beautiful, and I'm sorry to say she couldn't keep out of an insane asylum. She had a little bit of a problem, but anyway, we won't think about that, because that sometimes I have to get inspired, to do this. Dancing on the Ceiling. Okay, guys, this is like an old foxtrot style, and take the coda at the end. Take the coda. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dances overhead on the ceiling near my bed, in my sight through the night. I try to hide in vain underneath my counterpane. There's my love up above. I whisper, go away, my lord, it's not fair. But I'm so grateful to discover she's still there. I love my ceiling more, since it becomes a dancing floor just for my love.
I wish Jessie Matthews was here to sing it, but she couldn't make it either. There you go. Thank you. Put that away in the books. Can we get it in the books? No. Keep it in the books, guys. Well, maybe that lady will show up again. Maybe Jessie Matthews will show up. Who knows? Who knows? I don't give up. All right. Well, it's time to put the scores away right now. And here's John Kelso to come up with some old-time traditional jazz tune that we'd like to play for you.
What about Big Butter and Eggman?
Oh, yeah. Here's the Big Butter and Eggman. I don't know if I mentioned it. It's a tune that Louis Armstrong introduced. But every Wednesday night is the Louis Armstrong Eternity Band. And that's led by the great Dave Oswald on tuba. And you can see some of these fellas there, like Will Anderson, who just left the stand. All right, there you go. And you can just imagine him being there. And Arn Arnson, who plays the banjo there. So there you go. But here it is, Big Butter and Eggman in the People's Key of F. 1, 2, hop. Nice. And Sam Chess on the trombone. Sam, what were you doing? It sounded wonderful, but very, you know.
Well, this is the finest plunger money can buy.
A plunger?
Yes, a toilet plunger.
A toilet plunger? Really? Well, show what you can do with it and without it.
Oh yeah, with it, but...
Okay. Oh, that's scary. And what happens when you don't use it?
Yeah, it's right.
Oh, no good. No good. No, wow.
Yeah.
I kind of like it, but not now. Anyway, thank you, Sam Chess. All right. And, and you know, our wonderful man who's playing the guitar and the banjo, normally in this big band like this, you hardly hear him on a solo. He gets a little blip here and a little blip there, but we gave him a whole full chorus, and he's also got something to tell about his adventures on the Nighthawk shopping network. And let's meet Arndt Arntzen. Arndt Arntzen on guitar. What happened?
It's all good. I mind like I was going to throw the banjo into the audience.
No, don't do that.
Also, I have an album for sale as well. It's also on vinyl, for those of you who enjoy that. And they're sold with a guarantee, which is that if you don't like them, you can send them back to me, and then I'll send you an album that I don't like.
All right. That sounds great. Banjos. I love banjos. All right, well, we'll check that out, too. Now, you've been hearing his wonderful piano work, his own little solos, Errol Father Hines. Sometimes he does a little Gershwin and Ellington, but on this last tune, Peter Yaron stepped up and played a little tune on a rarely heard these days instrument called the Celesta. So would you give us a few extra notes? Oh yeah, I always like to talk about that. When I was writing TV commercials in the 1960s, there was this one commercial where little Bobby knocked his malted milk on the floor, and Mom came with a handy-dandy rag and wiped it all, and then stain's gone. And there you go. And that's the kind of music I write. It's very, very simple. But thank you for playing the Celesta. Back here, wonderful a full drum set. You got all kinds of vintage things here. Is it hard transporting all this stuff?
On my spine, yeah.
Yes, of course, on your phone. There you go. Douglas Mariner back there on the drums. Yeah, give him a nice hand. And this instrument I was struggling with is it's the same family as those other guys in the front, but they play much better. This is called a bass saxophone. Bass saxophone, and thank you for your indifference on that. There you go. Love those saxophones. And last but not least is a fella that's been on the scene for many, many years, playing his violin, making arrangements for symphony orchestras, playing baritone sax and tenor, working with Garrison Keillor, Bob Dylan, Sir Paul McCartney, asleep at the wheel. Here he's playing the phono fiddle or the straw violin. It's Andy Stein. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. All right. Thanks, Andy. All right. I always like to do my little routine here. Folks like to ask us about this music, what it's about, and all that stuff. And I talk too much as it is. But if you'd like to find out more about what we're doing and related people who are doing this music around the country, we have some free copies of this magazine called Syncopated Times. It's sort of like Downbeat magazine for old music, and like that, like this. Early jazz, early swing, ragtime, and they have some things like story on Johnny Dodds, wonderful clarinet player. Here's a piano player whose name I forgot. But anyway, sorry. And look at this. I got to get a new copy. Here's our little ad. We're here on Monday nights, and 5:30 and 8:30. So I'll be running around with cards much later. These little handy dandy cards. I'll be bugging you with these cards here, and they're good. They're good for, I don't know, placemats or something. Anyway, there you go. Well, I always like to take a survey here at this point here, Annie. Are you folks having a good time tonight? All right. Let me mark my Starbucks card here. They're having a good time. Very good. And how many folks are here for the first time? Okay. Well, that's pretty good. And how many folks are here for the last time? I hate when the guys do that, but I understand. Well, right now, I'd like to talk about a wonderful artist that I got a chance to meet a few years back, and she has just skyrocketed with her wonderful songs that she sings and interpretations, and she's been traveling all around the country and the world. And we had a little fun gig at the now defunct Metropolitan Room, but she's going to be here at Birdland coming up, and I'd like to invite her up to sing a song. She brought her musical director, who I think brought her charts. Let's have a big hand for Miss Carol Bufford. Carol Bufford. Yeah. Carol, how are you? So good to see you again.
Wonderful. It's good to see you too.
Okay.
What's the best method of getting?
Okay. All right. Well, she's getting all the music together. This is unrehearsed, and this is like live TV, you know. And Carol we did a 1920 show way back then, but now
It was
you're
called
doing,
Speakeasy.
yeah.
This was back in 2013, I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you're doing all kinds of shows and all kinds of genres, and Carol, I'm so happy for you. I kind of lurk. I watch all your Facebook posts and Instagram, and I said, I knew that girl when. Okay.
I'm happy to be lurked
all right.
upon.
So it looks like we got a little after you've gone.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So. Okay. This is the rehearsal and the performance all together. So, tell us all about the approximate tempo.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4. After you've gone and left me crying, after you've gone, there's no denying. You feel blue, you feel sad, you miss the bestest pal you ever had. There'll come a time when you forget it. There'll come a time when you regret it. Someday when you grow lonely. Your heart will break like mine, and you want me only after you've gone, after you've gone away. Now, won't you listen, honey, while I say, how could you tell me that you're gone away? Don't say that we must part. Don't break your baby's heart. You know I loved you for these many years. I love you night and day. Oh, honey, baby, can't you see my tears? Listen while I say, you're gonna wake up and you will find that you are blind to let somebody come and change your mind. Oh, after the years that we've been together, through all the years and all kinds of weather. Oh, babe, think what you're doing. I'm gonna haunt you so, I'm gonna touch you so, it's gonna drive you to after you've gone, yes, after you've gone away.
Carol Buffer. Wow. Thank you so much. There you go. Thank you so much for coming and bringing the arrangement.
Thank you so
Carol,
much for
tell us,
having us.
tell us about your show that's going to be here.
The show is called Songs for a Summer Night. It's June 28th through the 30th. There's 6 shows, a 7 and a 9:30. So I hope if y'all are around that weekend, I hope you'll come on out and celebrate a sultry summer night with us.
I'll be here.
Excellent.
Let's have a hand at Carol Buffer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow. What a great surprise. Nice. All right. Okay. Wow. Yeah, great to hear her again. Let's see, usually about this time here, let's see, I talked about that, I talked about that. My script is completely, scriptless. And so usually I look out there, and of course I can't see anything, but I know you're out there, and I usually say, well, maybe there might be a request. Oh, request time is over. So, another one out here. Let's pick another one out here. No, it's not the one. Man, oh man. This is fast here in New York. We got a fast thing going on here. Oh, I know what. I'd like to feature Peter Garrett here at the piano. Back in the 1920s, the dean of Harlem Stride pianists was a fellow by the name of James P. Johnson. Thank you. All right. I haven't heard it yet, but anyway. He really laid the groundwork for what the stride pianists, Fats Waller followed him, and Willie the Lion Smith, and even Duke Ellington was so knocked out by his work, here's some reed parts, that he bought a piano roll of James P. Johnson. There was no music, and he slowed down the piano roll so that he could put his fingers on the notes, and that's how we learned to play the Carolina Shout. Here's a violin part, and here's a piano part for you. All right, lots of music. Peter, see how many sheets we have there.
I have another copy of it.
Yeah, but show the folks how many sheets we have here. Yeah, you know how many trees died for this tune? That's 8 pages. All right, so guys, since we're playing this for the first time, just when they have the piano section, like E and B, just play sottovoce. See, I speak very little Italian. Sottovoce. Okay, so Peter, what tempo would you like?
Okay.
What? Then again?
Is that all right?
That's a little slow.
Okay, then.
So maybe not that slow and not that fast, sort of in the middle, a little half-assed? Huh? Go, give it to me again. Get nice and loud.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3. Let's do something a little bit more peppier here. Here's a tune that goes way back to the teens, written by a fellow named William H. Tyers, T-Y-E-R-S, Tyers. Actually, 1911. I lied to you. It wasn't the teens yet. And this started off as a sort of like a little, like a habanera, something what the Jelly Roll Morton used to call like with a Spanish tinge. And that was a lot of jazz music in the early days had a little bit like St. Louis blues, has that little Latin part, and Jelly Roll Morton wrote that. Anyway, Tyers wrote this tune, and somehow the New Orleans bands picked it up, and then swing bands picked it up, and here's our version of their version of something called Panama. 1, 2, 1, 2. also. I'll say it. Hey. Sanchez. Nice, all right. Panama by William Tyler. Great. We haven't played any Cole Porter songs tonight. And, we made a record with Cole Porter.
What?
Well, kind of. In 1934, Cole Porter got in the studio with two brand new songs of his, Anything Goes and You're the Top, and he made a great recording of him playing the piano and singing. And folks at BMG, RCA, they called me and they said, hey, what do you feel about backing up Cole Porter on a couple of songs? And I said, well, that's a little, it's a little chancy because it might work and it might not. And I said, if it doesn't work, I'll accept, the powers that be. But sure enough, we got together and we made a record. It was 70 years, it was 2004, and it came out on a CD, and I think you can purchase it. Now, what we're going to do right now is not that same song. This is just to whet your appetite to buy more CDs, because, every CD sold, folks, helps a needy family. Ours. Anyway, this is a tune from one of his first big hits. It was a show called Paris, and he made a big hit with this tune, and this comes from the Dorsey Brothers Orchestra, and Mark Lopman transcribed this Arthur Shutt arrangement. It's called Let's Do It. Bing Crosby was on it, but he's not going to show. If you see him, tell him to come on up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's why birds do it, bees do it, often laugh as little laughs do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. In Spain the upper sets do it, Lithuanians, and let's do it, let's do it, let's fall in love. The Dutch and old Amsterdam do it, not to mention the Finns, folks in Siam do it, think Siamese twins, some Argentines without means do it, people saying beans do it, let's do it, let's fall in love. Even beans do it, yeah. But my tongue was perspiring, and that's what happens. Well, I'm sorry to say we have to take a break. Yeah, but it's been really wonderful playing for you folks tonight, and you know, leading this band for so many years. I can just feel the energy here, and the great spirits that you folks and you folks. Of all the audiences that I played, you are the most recent. And we love that. Anyway, but so we're going to take a break and come back for our second show, but please come back and see us. Please check out other acts here at Birdland. There's a wonderful little brochure on the table. There's so many things going on. Cabaret upstairs on Monday, and Dave Oswald on Wednesday, the Birdland Big Band. Hey, Thursday nights is the High Society New Orleans Band every Thursday. That's a brand new band with Connell Fox. You'll love that. There's so much stuff to see. But before I go, I'd like to give you all a homework assignment, and your homework assignment is to try to introduce more young people to live music. Can you do it? Yes. Of course you can do it. Do we have any kids out there tonight? Got some kids over there? They're drinking scotch and Wawa. It's great. So that's your homework assignment. Class dismissed. We're going to do a little fun tune to close off this set that was written back in the 1920s called Yes, We Have No Bananas. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. With string beans and onions and cabbages and scallions, all kinds of fruit and say. Have a Long Island potato, old-fashioned tomato. But yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Maestro Nighthawks. Vince Giordano's Nighthawks. And that's Vince Fortune. The Nighthawks are here every night at 5:30 and 8:30. So please come and play. And if you'd like to take the music home with you, we have CDs available at the podium.
Oh, not only Vince, but all of those incredible musicians with him. It was just beautiful to hear the orchestrations and to hear not only how Vince described my father, but just to hear the song done by them was a joy. And I couldn't ask for better. And to have Carol be singing as well.
It was an absolute joy, and a joy to hear your father's song, too. I love that. Fantastic.
It is our first time seeing Vince Giordano. Well, we thought it was a fabulous show. I love this type of music myself, and I was very impressed at how many instruments Mr. Giordano could play. I can't even count how many he could. And also, he was a great host and a great band leader. So, cheers to Vince.
What do you think? Oh, well, I loved it, and I thought this is New York, in every way. I mean, the locals and the tourists, the guests, and just this energy. I just love the image of these guys. Whether true or not, these guys schlepping their instruments on the subway to get here.
Hello out there in entertainment world.
Mark,
Yeah.
Come over here. So great that you and Mark could get together and you pay wonderful justice to his pop.
Thank you. It's such an honor to play for this man and his audience, because he is single-handedly keeping his father's wonderful legacy alive and coming up with more and more things. Sai Walter was just so prolific. It's just almost like Cole Porter, what you said. He probably forgot all the things he did.
Well, one thing that I have to say is, if he were here now, he'd be applauding like crazy.
I hope so.
And
I would be applauding him.
And he had his own orchestra at one point at La Martinique.
Wow.
And at Fefe's Monte Carlo.
Wow.
And all I can say is, between the I only hope that you and he get to play together.
We will someday.
That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
And he'll be there filming it too.
And I'll be
I
there.
learned to astral project.
Okay. Thanks, folks. Thank you so much.